Hello everyone, it's Volume here, bringing you your CPC Season 3 D-League Week 6 battle. I'm a little bit tired here, but we're about to get into our actual battle, so I figure I should record this team builder. Um, and so, currently the team I have not mocked, so it's gonna be a nice and interesting one, but I might change it do a couple things to it. As you can see, the Zygarde side is spicy, but we'll see what happens here. Mega get him. Got his team Mega Diancie, Greninja, Breloom, Nidoking, Klefki, Thundy, Mesprit, Kyurem, Manabuzz, Tentacruel, Paladin. I have the team I mocked, and then I think Greninja's gonna come instead of Mesprit, but I mocked that team a couple times. Didn't go fantastically for me, but hopefully we'll be able to pull out the victory. That's why I've changed my team a little bit from what I initially had it to, but not like you guys know what that is. By the way, we're bringing E-Speed, Coil, D-Dance, Thousand Arrows, Zygarde. Now, I realized that Zygarde can do a lot of work if it can repeatedly span the Thousand Arrows or get E-Speed up, if it gets like a +1 basically. So it's sort of a late game cleaner, but it could also be used if I really just want to get rid of the Klefki for my next carry, which is, I believe, SD Weavile returning to the stage with Icicle Crash, Knockoff, Ice Shard, and Sword Stance, just for priority. I mean, I don't have any coverage to hit anything, but Icicle Crash is a fuck ton to Mega Diancie because it's not like defensive, so I just got basically like this could be fucked because I can miss Icicle Crash, so it's never good to rely on one thing. Like I was bringing Metal Claw, but I figured SD could actually do so much fucking work for me, and I do have it, so I outspeed this Greninja so I can kill it. But Greninja could also be a problem for me. Also, I have Greninja as a threat because it is his counter to Mega Alakazam. The rest of its stuff is pretty bulky, like Manabuzz just kind of stops my team just because it's so fucking bulky. Like, I know Weavile sort of beats it, but it's still fucking bulky. I kind of need to get the +2 with Weavile. But I should be able to do that for free on some things. Like, I'll basically be able to predict him. That's a predict thing. So maybe I'm not thinking this through 100%. Anyway, we have special defensive but Impish Scissor here, so with Lockaberry, mainly to deal with HP Fire from Diancie and just one-shot it, or Kyurem, like switch into an HP fire, potential HP Fire. We can just one-shot it with BP, and then Kyurem can also deal with Kyurem, but not fantastically. Mainly, we have other things to deal with Kyurem, which is also a problem for me. I fully expect probably like, realistically, I don't fully expect this because I don't know. A lot of people bring weird things. I think like Scarf Greninja, set up Thunderous T, and then like maybe it's a Rock Polish Diancie, which could be potentially scary. But I have Bullet Punch. I doubt it'd be that because that's just way too, like it's just such a hard stop to that. Because I just like chimp it a little bit and then it's just dead. I have to like 2 Bullet Punchers, but yeah, we'll get to that. I have Light Screen, Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Discharge, Rhode and Wash. I brought the screen just because I didn't really want to bring a status move because of Diancie. So I figured screens were safe, and his team is mostly specially offensive. I mean, Breloom's really is only strong. Like, this is going to be a physical attacker, 100%. Everything else could, like, he has a little bit of a mix. It could be mixed, but, or it's just going to go bulky, so. And just try to get some fat paras, hopefully. I mean, I could go for the extra damage, but this thing's really not going to be, like, trying to kill anything, so, and it's just to set up the rest of the team, so, yeah. And then Hitmontop here is at AV, High Jump Kick, Bulldoze, Rollout, Bullet Punch. This set is so troll, I think, maybe. But I have to bring Rollout just because this thing can fucking, like, I could technically sub on Manabuzz if it brings Foul Play, because Foul Play is doing nothing if it's fully defensive, fully physically defensive, and I just roll out on it. I know getting, like, successive rollouts in a row is fucking unlikely, but I'm just like, I have to do it. And then I have Bulldoze to get some slows on things potentially that I switch in. Or like if he wants to stay in Greninja, I can slow it and then scare it out or something. I have BP for Mega Diancie, so Mega Diancie can't just come in for free on me, and I have enough investment where I should be able to one-shot it for the most part, I think. And High Jump Kick's just fucking strong attack. If I want to go into hit it into Kyurem. He doesn't have a Ghost type too. Dude, I don't really want to go close combat because I don't want to be at -1 for anything. So I want this thing to be able to sponge as many hits as it can. And I don't want to have to switch out necessarily. I want to have the ability to stay in after I click something. So I know high jump kick has the risk of bringing me down to 50%, but that's like a 10% chance. So I could get unlucky, but hopefully that won't happen. And then I have potentially a controversial thing. I have more setup. Nasty Blat Celebi. I mean, I maybe should bring defensive Celebi here for more pivots, but I feel like I have 3 pivots and 3 carries here. Perhaps this could be a better pivot, but Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, Energy Ball, Nasty Plot, this thing can fucking sweep a team too. So, sweep his team too, like if fucking Greninja's down, or like I have Colberberry, so this thing can sweep his team as long as things like Klefki are out of the way and Thundurus isn't scarfed, or like, yeah, Thundurus isn't scarfed. Well, I can eat a Dark Pulse, but I won't be able to one-shot it, but I could also just go into this thing and just try to do a fuck ton of damage if his team that he brings isn't that fast. I mean, Dynasty can't really one-shot this thing either, so it's pretty good. But yeah, that's what I'm rolling with for week 6. Sorry, I'm not like energetic. I'm just sort of tired, and I'm just hoping that this battle goes well. So it's probably not the best state to battle, but we forgot to battle, and so now we're kind of rushing this one. But yeah, anyway, that's how I feel about this one. We're facing Colin and the Rhode Island Raichus. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up the W. He's not in very good standing in terms of his not standing placement's not very good. I think he's won like 1 or 2 matches only, so I would like not to lose to that and put myself at 4-2 after 2 losses, both being from the other conference. I just want to assert my dominance over this conference. Anyway, that's this is Volume signing out. See you in the battle.